Lava Dava with my first voiced video. Now you finally get to hear what my voice sounds like. Well, today I wanted to do a voiced video about the 5 things people most want to know about sign language or the deaf and hard of hearing community. Number 5, is sign language hard to learn? Sign language is really just as difficult to learn as any other language outside of your born language. If you're born in a family that is a part of the deaf, hard of hearing community, then it's your native tongue. But if you're coming from the outside and attempting to learn, or like me, attempting to learn later in life, it is difficult initially because sign language and English are two completely different languages. And a lot of people feel that if they learn enough vocabulary, then they can just put that vocabulary into English sentences like we speak, and there they know sign language. Well, the deaf and hard of hearing community do not speak that way. Sign language is a language of emotion um, and the overall meaning of a phrase. We're not signing each and every word. We're signing what that full sentence means. And when you're looking at someone signing, you may be able to pick up a sign or two because you see a sign that could possibly mean that word. So the best way to learn how to sign is to speak to someone in the deaf and hard of hearing community. Number 4, why is it that deaf people stay so secluded away? In actuality, that's not true. Deaf people do not stay secluded away. They actually are part of every community, every workforce, every school system, every part of life. We're everywhere. So yeah, if you see someone signing, it's just like seeing any other culture in speaking their language. If you see 2 people of the Mexican community speaking Spanish, not odd, they speak Spanish. So yeah, they do not seclude themselves away. In actuality, because a lot of communities have a lot of deaf people in it and they all communicate together, it's because the hearing are not willing as a whole to do what it takes to learn to communicate to them, or have treated them in some manner like they are slow or mentally deficient in some manner, which is not the case. There are deaf professors, there are deaf doctors, there are deaf nurses. So the fact that you communicate in a different way in no way reflects on your mentality. Number 3, when I see you signing, why is it that there's a lot of funny faces going on and sounds like this? Why is it that in the thumbnail of your video, I see some weird face? Well, emotion and facial expression is part of the language. For example, if I say, if someone asks me, did you study last night? And I say, yes, I studied. I studied, studied, studied. I read, studied. Yeah. Or if someone says, did you study last night? And I said, that means that first answer was, I skimmed it over. But that phrase is not a phrase that will be understood in American Sign Language. So it's signed like this. Skimmed it over. But if you, I really studied, I got into the material, and I really, all of that, learn, learn, learn. So that's why there's so many incredible facial expressions involved in my videos because it's part of the language. Question number 2. When did you learn to sign? In actuality, that's a funny story. I learned to sign about 9 years ago. I actually started learning to sign, actually learning it outside of just reading books myself and this and that and the other, which is awesome to do as a preference to learning. But you have to have someone teaching you to actually learn how to communicate effectively with the deaf. Because of, like I said, how the words in sign language are, how phrases in sign language are, how one sign means an entirety of a phrase. For example, one sign means I fell head over heels in love. One sign. So, just want to let you know that if you're attempting to learn a sign or attempting to reach out to the deaf community, that is something that the people in the deaf and hard of hearing community applaud awesomely, because it hardly ever happens that anyone in the hearing community has what it takes to reach out and learn and focus and do all what it takes to learn to communicate with them, which is kind of why they kind of stated themselves communicate. Now, when you see these voiced videos, you'll see me presenting different signs, because that's kind of how I talk when I talk. Because I kind of use signs when I talk, because I don't know, I just do that. So, the number one question. Why do how do I why is it that people who are in the deaf and hard of hearing community are unable to speak, thus making them appear to be mentally deficient? Believe it or not, that's the number one question I get from people. Um, if you had never heard your own voice, then you would not know how to present your voice. You would not know how to say truck, truck, because you don't know how that sounds. Okay, so you're trying to reading someone's lips. You see they're doing something, and so when you're reading their lips. Truck. Oh, I drove my truck here. Uh, because you don't know how those sounds present, and you don't know the volume of your voice. You don't know if you're being loud. You don't know if you're being uh, quiet or whisperish. So that's kind of why when you hear someone on the bus or someone in the grocery store, they may be very loud. They may be very because they don't know. They can't hear it. And it really doesn't matter because that's not how they communicate. Their communication is clear as crystal, so how they sound is of no circumstance. So, just a quick video to give you a little information on the deaf, hard of hearing community and on sign language in general. I see from my comments a lot of people are really interested in sign language in general. I was very shocked that the majority of my subscribers were hearing. So I was like, wow, that's kind of awesome. That means that people are really um, interested in communicating with our community, and I'm just praising God for that. Alrighty, well, that's it. My first voiced video in one take. Ow! Alrighty, so you guys be blessed. Have a great Thanksgiving. Oh, why do I have a scarf on my head? Because just yesterday I did the last video for the Bantu Knot out. Still got my Bantu knots in, and I'm leaving them in because I'm gonna travel with them in, and have my scarf on and just rock it like this for the trip. And it's a long trip, and so just keep us in prayer. Alrighty. Have a happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Enjoy your holiday. Don't eat too much turkey. Take care, and God bless you.